Okay, it's a windy day, but that's okay. Not sure if the tide's going in and out. I didn't check. Looks like it might be coming in for a little bit. Launched the John boat by myself. It's a little messy right now, but that's okay. In this video, we are doing the shelter challenge from the Sweet Outdoors. Gave me this challenge a couple weeks ago, and so we're gonna go and try and build a shelter on Goat Island. So, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get ready to go. My lens is dirty, but we're gonna get this done. Let's go. And we're off. Chasing a manatee. Just gotta be careful with the motor. If I get close, we'll turn it off. This is a good time to talk about how often they get injured from boat propellers. That's why I'm being super cautious right now. I do not want to run them over. Good thing is they're skittish and I'm moving slow enough that they can swim away from me. So I don't know if I was able to get them on camera when I first turned it on, but we just want to be responsible boaters. I know that this is just a John boat. My propeller's super small, but it's still enough to do damage, and we don't want to hurt them. We want to keep them alive. They're already dying because of boats cutting up their grass and running them over. I don't want to participate in that. I want to keep them around, and so I'm just going to be responsible. I'm going to move as slow as I need to make sure they're not in the way. So all you other boaters out there, it'd be nice if you do the same. Have a heart. All right, so I just saw another manatee pop up over here, so I'm going to stay going slow so he can hear me coming by. That's his footprint right there. That's what it's called when the tail pushes water to the surface. Oh, there he is over there. All right, so we made it to Goat Island. We've got the boat parked there. We are here to build a shelter. And so, I'm walking through, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk all the way through this and find a good spot. I don't need a perfect spot because the sake of the video is just to build some sort of shelter. How would I make like an impromptu shelter? And so that's what we're gonna do in this video. So stay tuned. I'm going to get the boat situated, and I don't want to get too far away from it just because I get paranoid that someone's gonna take the boat. Finding a place to build the shelter. So hit that like button if you're ready for this shelter to get built. All right, the boat is secure. Here is one spot that I'm thinking of. It is super windy. I say that every video, but if you can hear it, I'm sorry. If not, then we're good. Here's this first spot. These 4 trees are quite perfect, right? Close to the water, so I still get a breeze if I'm trying to stay cool. Seems like somebody attempted a fire right here just because it's open right there. A lot of dry stuff around, so I don't know if I'm comfortable with that, but I guess it is a possibility. All I would do is I would wrap a cord from here, go around to this one, lay some branches across all that rope, and then some branches going out on the outside. That way I've got basically this whole area right here to stay out of the rain, and I can always do some in the front and just move them as I go in and out. So that's one option, is here. Have a waterfront view. So that's the first place that I saw. Another contender, I don't really like it very much, but would be this right here. Could just do an A-frame, lay sticks on that side, lay sticks on that side, cover them up with pines and palms, and do stuff like that. It's bigger than I need if I'm trying to do this quick, if a storm were to come or whatnot. And so what I think I'm settling on, this might actually be better. This is definitely better. It's low profile and it's covered by obviously the rest of the tree, so if it does rain already by itself, it won't get me too wet. The ground is soft, so there'd be a little bit of comfort. I'll cut these spiky vines out. I think this might do it. So we're going to build a shelter right here. It's been decided. So what am I going to be using? I forgot to bring my machete, so what I tend to always carry with me, I got from the Sweet Outdoors, and this is the Harbor Freight version of a buck knife. Okay, I think it's a 7-inch blade. I'm not sure. It comes in this handy case that I could strap to me, but I don't have a strap, so it's just carried in my pocket. So here's what it is. Okay, it's very standard. It is heavy and it is sharp. So this is what I'm going to use to chop down branches. I want to take care of what's out here. We're going to build the shelter in that tree right there, like I mentioned. So let's see what we can find. First things first, like I said earlier, I need to cut them spiky spikes. How spiky those babies are. I don't want to be laying in spikes. So we're going to cut those out. Okay, here's one. Let's throw it over there. Okay. And these grew up into the tree, so we're going to have to cut all these out. Spiky spikes are gone. So I didn't spend a bunch of time recording it. You just chop the vines. What I did was I threw them all over there, all them spikes. I left a few on that side. I'm doing that on purpose because it is a layer of protection. I may wake myself up in the middle of the night if I roll into one. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But if something like a boar comes in and tries to get me, it's not gonna stop it, but hopefully it slows it down until I can pull out my big daddy knife and go to town. And so I'm not gonna do a A-frame. I'm gonna do a lean-to. It's just less effort and will accomplish the same thing, assuming I do it correctly. And so let's get started. What I need is, I'm just gonna use palm fronds for now. Just because there's not actually a lot of big dead branches that are laying on the ground. So something like this. All right, so it's pretty long. So I'm gonna collect a bunch of those and see what we can make. I'm doing a mix of some dead ones and some green ones. The green ones are going to be stronger, so I kind of want those to maybe be laid down first or second because they're heavier, so maybe lay the dead ones down first, green ones second. I know that's not a lot. I'm just going to see what the space is like with what I've got, and we're going to go from there. A little bit more. Now, I know it's not the best shelter ever, but remember, it's about throwing one together in a pinch. So I got palm fronds down. I'm throwing some needles on. I'm going to cover the whole thing with pine needles, and then we're going to take a look and see what it looks like on the inside. All right, so gone as far as I'm gonna go. I'm running out of time here. When I say running out of time, I have to be back at the boat ramp by a certain time. I still want to get some fishing in. So here is my shelter. We'll go all the way around. So I covered it in needles. It's got that whole branch protecting me. I could probably do a little more right here on the end and just cover up like this space right here, but a little bit of the inside. You go around, I'm protected by those spiky vines right there. And here's where I would come in and I would lay right there, right? So there's the protection, there's the branch right there. Right there. Goes all the way down, holding all this up. It is light, yes, and there's a reason. One, why did I choose this spot? A, if you come back here, I don't know if you can see on camera, but it goes up, and at the peak where the tree hits the ground, everything goes back down, right? And so if it rains and there's a lot of rain, the water will move away from me, not towards me. That's the first thing. I put the opening that way just because I'm blocked by all of these trees right here. If there's a heavy wind coming from that way, it's not going to be, even if it's a hard wind, it'll hit those trees. It'll be a windbreak for me. But over on this side, there's that opening there, right? So there's that opening, and I want the wind to hit the back of this, right? And so there's that. I cannot do a fire here, but I can do it over there. If it's raining, then no matter where I am, I'm not going to worry about it. If I've got time, I'd start a fire. I'd bring the coals with me somehow, dig a hole in the dirt and bring the lit coals over and put it in my area. And so it's another reason I chose it. And is it going to keep me bone dry? It is not going to keep me bone dry if there's like a hard Florida rain, but it'll be comfortable enough for me to be comfortable for the night, as comfortable as you can be outside of a cot, a tent, a sleeping bag, my own bed at my house. And so we'll get in there, we'll lay down, I'll show you the sense of the space. It's not much, and we will see what it's like. All right, so here we are. I'm laying down. There's a tree behind me. There's the, okay, there I'm laying down. There's my tent. I don't know how good we're getting it on camera, but I've got, right? And so, I mean, I could scooch in more. If I cut some of these, I could scoot all the way in there, and I feel like I'd be good. Where I'm at right now, I'm right where that thing is, and so if rain can come in from over here. But like I said, I chose underneath the tree. That way, if it does rain, I've got all of that above me, at least protecting me from most of it, and then this will hopefully get the rest. So that is my very quick impromptu survival shelter if I get stuck out here. If I had more time, I would close this gap, and I would even do an A-frame and cover up this side, and that be my entry right there by this tree. And I think that would work out best. And so if I had more time, that's what I would have done. I would have done not the lean-to, I would have done the A-frame. And I don't know, let me know what you guys think. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you've got some tips, still give a thumbs up, subscribe, give me some tips in the comments below. My phone is going off. And I had fun doing this. I actually learned a lot while I was doing it, that it actually takes a lot more effort. It's not quick like, you know, you see in a lot of these videos. And so I appreciate the effort it takes to survive in the outdoors. And this is just a shelter. God forbid I had to make a fire, this, that, and the other. So I liked it. So now I'm gonna get out of this because I need to get back to the boat and make sure that it's still there. And I'll talk to you by the boat. Say bye-bye, shelter. I'm gonna leave it like that. Maybe somebody will wanna come in here and, you know, take a nappy nap, I don't know. Sweet outdoors. First of all, thank you for the challenge. I actually enjoy doing it more than I thought I was going to enjoy doing it. Even when it's hot outside. Now it's super windy, we've got these clouds rolling in, and so it feels good. But thank you for the challenge. My challenge to you is to do the exact same shelter that I did, but obviously you're gonna do it better, which is actually the point of my challenge. I want you to build the shelter that I built the way that it should have been built, and I want you to point out the things that I did wrong so that when I eventually attempt this again, I do it better. That's the challenge. So the challenge is to build your own shelter, just like that one. And I want to know what I did wrong and what I could have done better. And so that's the challenge that I send to you. Those of you that are watching this channel, you're wondering who is Sweet Outdoors, what am I talking about? He is my brother, his name is Daryl. He's got his own channel called The Sweet Outdoors. And he does all kinds of stuff like that. He does fishing, he does fishing lure reviews, knife reviews, machete reviews, just tools for the outdoors in all categories. And also field tests. He does some cooking videos, he does some camping videos, he does everything and anything outdoors. So go ahead and check him out. I'll put the link below. Oh, my poor girl, these waves are just beating you up, aren't they? It's okay though. Isn't she pretty? So if you're wondering what the tape is about, it's because there was a lot more painting that I wanted to do. Found out that I'm not very good at it, and B, I'm not very patient with it either, and so I stopped. But we wanted all the seats, all of these metal ribs to be that color and everything else to be white. I was gonna put my logo on the front and my logo on the engine. Those things may still happen, but I may need some help doing it, and so that may be a project for later. So we're gonna say goodbye to Goat Island because I need to go fishing for a little bit of time that I got left and see if I can catch anything. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and always remember, no matter what, live your truth. Life is about being happy. Life is about living in abundance, and whatever that means for you, whatever that is for your story, make sure that you go out there and get it, and don't apologize for doing so. Love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.